Hello and welcome to Zephyr's Gambit, a channel for role-playing games. And today I am privileged to be GMing for a group of three wonderful people, Chris, Corey, and Jim, as we adventure into Star Wars, a slice of desperation. Last time, just summing up, our characters found out about the job that they had been told about via holo communications. And indeed, my hat is not on. I'll have to go and get that in just a moment. And we found out about our job and we accepted the job. And then we discovered that there were 7 keystones that were required for the device, the gateway device, to work properly, to function correctly and safely. And those had been sold off. And so we had to go and recover them. And so we went around and recovered all of the devices and brought them back to OSA. And we got some side quests, and OSA basically gave us a GPS, and we departed near Pando via this gateway, this ancient gateway, and it was a really strange feeling. We sort of had these strange sensations, and then then we sort of fell unconscious for an undetermined amount of time. And when we regained consciousness, the data pad, the GPS that we are looking at, shows that we didn't quite make it to our goal, our destination. And so I'll get our players to introduce themselves and to say what they're thinking at this moment. And then we will start proper, and I'll go grab my hat as you introduce yourself. So it'll be Chris, Corey, and then Jim. Go ahead, guys.
Hey, I am Chris Johnson, and I am playing Mineth Faybeck, a Bothan trader. And right now, Mineth is, kind of scratching her head and thinking, oh my goodness, it didn't work. Now what?
Very good.
All right, yeah. My name is Corey, and I've been all around this channel for a little while. And Chris and I are part of a group called the I had a brain fart. And it's just gone. I love it. The Dargon Gaming Squad. There you go. And so come check us out. We're doing a lot more things. I love this game already. And it should be a lot of fun tonight, guys. What could go wrong with an experimental machine that's gonna put her someplace else? It's just easy.
Cool, and I'm Jim, and I'm playing the Sullust mechanic, fast hand. Well, not so much. Yeah, that's me. Showing up in this new place, I totally see that we're in the wrong place, and my first thought is, crap. It's going to take longer to get that money.
Yeah. So I've got a bit of a description here. Some of it we've said already, but I'll read it out anyway. So your surroundings blink and fade into reality. You are aboard your land speeder in an immense cavern, primarily lit by giant violet gemstones that grow from the ground, walls, and ceiling. A singular small hole in the ceiling allows a beam of golden dusty light to fall on the rectangular gateway that your vehicle arrived here by. The cavern is adorned with floor-to-ceiling pillars of bulky stone, one of which is particularly illuminated by the headlamps of the landspeeder. You recall Ossa giving you a data pad that would act as a global positioning device for planet Chuzalla and the wider T14 sector. It is bleeping incessantly, and a red glowing light issues warning. You can clearly see the position of Chuzalla and the position of the static green triangle that represents us. Closer inspection reveals that we appear to be in the correct sector, but are several systems short of our intended destination. The text reads, Trebodar System, of which you currently know exactly naught. As you begin to disembark, you see a rectangle of melted and charred metal precariously hanging off the side of the landspeeder. A set of dual, oily, continuous tracks rolls down the improvised ramp onto the cavern floor and into the shadows of the cavern. It is immediately clear that some form of wheeled droid blasted its way out of what you've surmised was the hidden compartment you identified before traveling and has departed away from the landspeeder. And so this is where you guys find yourselves. And I'm just going to transition us over there. So here we are. You might have to zoom out a little bit. But this is the cavern that you guys find yourselves in. What would you like to do? How are you responding?
Can we turn around?
Yeah.
Like no, really. Like, what? First thing, can we turn around? And I'm gonna start checking on the ship. Is there something wrong with our transport? Wherever we are we going to be able to use this?
Okay. So you check over the transport. It seems to be in perfect working order, except for this, the metal sideboard, I guess you would call it, that's been shot out from the inside. And several of the silks and velvets have been displaced down this ramp. So your delivery is not going to be perfect, but you can put them back in their boxes and everything. It's not especially difficult, but as far as the transport being in working order, everything seems fine. It seems to be working just fine.
Finding out that those those silks are out of order, they're immediately after starting to look over our transport. You hear Jeef just let out a no, and I was running over there, picking up all of this stuff as quickly as I can, trying to neatly fold it, and that not really being something I'm good at, and trying to put it back into, like, it's all going to be okay. We're going to get all our money. It's fine. It's fine.
Mineth is also trying to pick things up, and I imagine that she reaches for the same piece you do and then, like, lets go of it when she realizes you have it. And then takes the data pad and starts trying to message Ossa. Does it have some sort of, means of communicating with her?
No, you do not have means to communicate via this data pad. So this data pad is a GPS pretty much only. It does have, you think it would have information about some of the planets in the system, but basically it's all about this this system, T14, and primarily about the planet Chuzalla, which is where you were trying to get to. Right. So it had some of the major cities on Chuzalla, that sort of thing, all stored in the data, but and it's able to tell you at the moment, just on first looking at it, what system we're in. But beyond that, until you start looking further, there's nothing further there, and it's not a communications device, it's a positioning device.
Positioning device. So I'm like looking around it, expecting it to have a communications piece, and getting frustrated. Can't believe there's nothing here to reach her. But okay. So I go look for my data pad and try to send her a message via mine.
All right. So I gather from you two that we are not in the place we're supposed to be.
We're in the Trebodar System. We're close, but no, we're not. We're not in the right place.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not really afraid about being lost. Do you, with that newfangled device thing you're using there, can you see where we're supposed to be?
Well, why don't you take a look? And I shove that data pad into your hand and go pull mine out of the transport.
Okay. Rick Dad looks at it like a little kid that ate a lemon for the first time. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. All right. What is displayed on the screen?
So what's displayed on the screen is basically a view of the system, and hang on. So yeah. So it's a view of the sector, which is T14. And in T14, there are a number of systems, like lots of them, many. And it has a few of those, and it has the goal system that's shown, and that's shown in, let's call it blue, all right? It's shown in blue, and it says Planet Chuzalla. And so that's kind of down here. And it then shows us, which is like up here. And it's what you can tell is that the planet we came from is further up that way. So there's a line from this planet to where we are now, which is about here, and then that line continues and goes to the planet Chuzalla. And it's a straight line. It does not curve. It's a completely straight line. So what it looks like is that this planet that we're on, it got in that pathway. It's in the pathway between our originating planet near Pando and the planet that we were going to, Chuzalla. And so we're there.
Okay, yeah, and Corey understands that, but here we go. Hey, Beef. I mean, Jeep. Yes. Sorry, I was getting hungry. But all right, so, and he's holding the thing all awkward, and he goes, so that's where we came from, and he points up to the correct planet. And that,
take it out of your hands and go, and that's where we're going.
Right?
This is really unfortunate. Wow.
But it looks like, because there's the I'm assuming the thing that's blinking is us.
This green one, yes.
The green triangle is us.
Yeah.
There's a red flashing light saying warning, and there's a blue destination, which is planet Chuzalla.
Okay, cool. So these are all different planets
and different sectors. We're not even in the right sector. Sorry, we're not even in the right system. There's different systems. We're in the right sector, but there's different systems. We're not even in the right system.
So we're criffed, aren't we, there, Beef?
Yeah, real bad. Hold on a second. Do you mind if I hold on to this?
Please.
Cool.
And he draws his rifle just to be precautionary. Hey, I'm not aiming at none of you. I just want to make sure none come and gets us.
Cool.
What's that flashing light? What's that warning for?
It said the word warning.
What is that?
Can I tap it to make it give me more information, or does it just keep saying warning?
No, absolutely, you can tap it. Yeah, it'll give you, it'll pop up, and basically it says unexpected turbulence detected, and it basically says warning. Transport is on course, but being ripped out of the gate to a different location. Warning, coming out of travel unexpectedly, and then basically it's saying the reason why you went unconscious. You can determine from this is because of this unexpected pulling out, resulting in you landing on this planet that's not quite where we're meant to go yet.
Okay. So coming up with all this information, I'm going to go over to the gate, and I'm looking to see if it has keyholes or something like we got a hold of to make the other one work.
So you can see, obviously, what you can see there. It's a sort of rectangular sort of gate. It is nothing like the gate that you came from. The gate that you came from was just all of these stone circles that were all piled on top of each other, that were all spinning in different directions. And you were able to walk through and fly through big sort of doorways in these stone circles. And they were really big. They were about 60 feet wide.
Okay.
And you were able to fly in there. So this is just a triangle gateway. It's nothing even vaguely similar, although some of the patterns that are on the gate are definitely similar to the patterns where you came from. It's just a completely different shape, and it's not spinning at all. It's just static.
Okay.
They must know. They know, right? They were tracking us, right? They had to be tracking us.
I think the biggest question is, do they care?
Well, they want this to be successful, right? So I would think they'd care.
I think part of the reason that we're doing this is because we can't be tracked.
Yeah.
Isn't that what the Imperials are doing? Is tracking through hyperspace?
That's correct, yes.
That's the whole reason that we're doing this, is because we can't be tracked.
Yes.
I think they expected us to end up where we were supposed to be and trade off and come right back.
That did sound like what they were asking, yes, and what they expected. Yes.
It didn't explain to us how to get back, though. So, what do we do, you guys? What do we do?
Well, obviously, and I'm going to gesture with this data pad down at the ground and at the ramp. We weren't the first ones to get up or off of this transport. And I'm pointing out the tracks and the oil. I mean, hold on. And I'm going to go over to one of our transports and pull out my bag. And from out my bag, I'm pulling out my general purpose scanner. I whop it down on one of the seats and I go, honestly, I use this to look for junk, but we might be able to track whatever it was down, and I'm sure it's got an idea of what's going on. And if all else fails, I reach in the bag and pull out. If all else fails, I've also got this. And I toss it and catch it in my hand. And it's my restraining bolt that I use.
Okay.
But I do like your gun a lot, and I prefer that you use it as often as you feel necessary.
Yeah, that's what I do. So I need the me version. We are stuck here.
For now.
Okay.
Sure looks that way.
And there isn't anybody that wants to talk to us right now.
There isn't anybody who can right now.
So like are we in the wild?
Looks pretty wild. I mean, well, we're in a cave.
Yeah, and he looks around. Like, does this look like what he's used to being around, Matt?
I imagine that you've seen a lot of caves in your time. This cavern is huge. It is really big open spaces. And as you can see from the picture there are lots of these sort of almost archways of rock that sort of are scattered through the place, and this crystal is not like, or this this purple glowing jewels or whatever. It looks like crystal, but it's glowing. That's nothing like you've seen before.
Okay. So what in the stars do you think that thing is?
Well, as I'm still messing with my scanner, I reach into my bag and pull out some electro binoculars and toss them to you.
Yeah. I know what these are. That's kind of cool. You got some. And he looks through them.
So you can't see especially far because although this purple light is illuminating the place, there's a lot of shadow where the crystals aren't. And so, I mean, you can have a big close-up view of these crystals. Do those tech binoculars do anything special?
They remove a setback imposed due to long range and poor light.
Okay, so yeah, you can see into those shadows because they're only shadowy. You can see into those shadows a little bit, and you can see all of this rock and you can get a real close up of those glowing purple crystals, and you can also get a close up of the tracks of this droid, and they sort of go around sort of in a spiral kind of. It looks like they're looking for something, sort of, circling around pillars, and then you see like this one opening. Basically, there's no other openings that you can see with your binoculars. There's lots of dead ends and just walls and crystals and stuff. And then you see this opening, and then you can see the trickling trail of oil heading out that tunnel exit.
All right. I relay that because I don't want to RP all the rest of that back. So yeah, there's some droid things over there, and they're looking at the crystals. Is that correct? Is that what I gathered?
The tracks do not go up to a crystal. The tracks go around crystals, around the pillars. They don't lead up to one.
Up to them. Okay. Well, there's some of your little buddies around here on mechanical things. And they seem to go that way. And if they're going that way, that means there's something that way. That's what tracking is. We can't just stay here. Because eventually something's going to find us here. And it's going to scare the griff out of the two of you. And then I'm going to have to kill it.
But isn't that what you're supposed to do when you get lost?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to find out that we don't come back, and they're going to hopefully send somebody back through to get us.
Again, you gotta hope that they care.
Yeah,
I think we were like test subjects or something like that.
I get the feeling you're right too. So we could follow that.
There's no other exits that you can see.
Is there a way out? There's
so that is the only way out that you can see. There is a very small hole in the roof where the light is coming through, but it's not even enough to crawl through. Even if you were able to get up there, it's not man-sized. It's like, I don't know, about a foot wide. Yeah.
Ooh.
So then, does the exit then look large enough for me to be able to drive us out?
No, it looks large enough for two people to stand abreast. That's about it.
Okay. All right. Well then, I'll be completely honest with you, and I start loading up everything that I think I'm going to need into my backpack, and you see me loading lots of things. And the last thing I grab is my blaster, and it's pretty pitiful, and you can see that there's it looks pretty used, and I don't mean like, yeah, it's heavy. It means good. No, I mean, it looks like I found it and kind of had to piece it back together. And I said, normally, this is really only used for me to, well, if I shoot someone if I have to, and then get away. It can't really kill anybody.
How many people you shot before?
One. And it was on accident.
Was it you?
Wait, we're shooting now? What?
No. See,
No.
Menace, I'm not saying that I want to, but I'm here to protect us, I think, right? Like, I'm the muscle here.
You have a good point, Mr. Rick.
No, Rick, that. Not me. Please. That's the kind of thing.
Of course. I forget myself. I'm sorry.
My father, God rest his soul, and you can see that the buzz is kind of coming away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's getting maybe a little bit more sensitive than he ever has been since you've known him. And you're also bringing up a topic he doesn't really want to talk about. So, but inadvertently, obviously. So let's do this. I am going to lead the way. We're going to go this way. Hey, their beef. You mind if I hold on to these? Their binocular things.
Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they?
It's pretty cool, man. I promise I'll give them back.
Hey, no problem.
All right. So why don't you take the rear and I'll take the front, and we'll put their Menace here in the middle. Do you like the name Minnie?
My name is Minith.
No, I know, but everybody's got see.
No, Minnie. No.
Okay.
Just
But-
no.
So what do your friends call you then, Menace?
Friends?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody just calls me Minith. I've been very busy working and studying, and I haven't had much time for friends. So it's
Okay.
just Minith.
So your parents never called you like little Minnie or like, princess or any of those
Why
things?
would you say something so undignified? No. No.
Hey, Beef. You take the rear, I'll take the front, and we'll have Menace right here in the middle so that she's
Maybe you
protected.
let me take that data pad and I'll keep an eye and see if it can track where we're going.
I think that sounds like a fantastic plan.
As you talk about a data pad and tracking, I actually pull out something else.
All right.
This is what I've got. This is what I'm about. All I'm good for, in all honesty. I do have that general purpose scanner.
Mm-hmm.
That, like I said, it's mostly used for junk, so metal and machine stuff.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I also do have a hand scanner that I connect to my data pad for specifically scanning machines to find out what's wrong with them. Maybe I can retool that to help specifically find a robot or droid.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow the oil, but yeah, you can repurpose it to sort of to scan for nearby energy signatures, that sort of thing. That'd be fine. I just need a quick mechanics check.
Okay.
Call it average.
Okay. Let's see. What's my mechanics? 2 yellows.
All right, guys. Here in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna have food arriving, so I'll just have to run out and grab it real quick.
No worries.
I just want to let you know. Well, all right. And Rick Dad doesn't get all that technology. And can I roll like survival or something? You know what I mean? Like, what would we be using for him to be doing what he does is tracking and such?
Sure. Well, first of all, Jeef, you absolutely can repurpose that. And the energy signature is relatively close, not like within 100 feet, but it's within a mile, that energy signature. And it does not seem to be moving from what you can tell with those 3 successes. For you, Corey, you don't even need a check to follow the little patches of oil. You can see them clearly, and they only lead in one direction. Well, other than finding the exit, they went roundabout to find the exit. But once there's only one way to go as well. So you don't need a check.
Love it. Yeah. So I mean, all right. So what you doing over there, Beef?
I just finished repurposing it, or trying to tweak it to help it scan for the robot droid.
Okay, cool. Is it working?
Yep.
Yeah, you can show him that, us with the little flashing light and this flashing light that sort of says him, and you can see it's within a mile.
And I'll just hand it to Minute after showing you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, hey, Menace. let me know if there's anything that looks like it's going to be detrimental to all of this.
All of this?
Well, yeah. Me and you and Beef.
Oh, you mean like, oh, okay. Yes, I understand.
All right, so and I gotta run outside real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Cool. And Jim, you know that if the land speeder was kept running, that it would probably run out of gas eventually. And you think you don't know how long you're going to be gone, but you think the best option for you is probably to power it down. There's two modes that you could choose between. There's like an energy saving mode, which would keep it sort of on, but using less power, or you could turn it off completely. It's your choice.
I'll go ahead and turn it off because I don't know how long this is going to take.
Yeah.
Real quick for me, I can't see where the dice roll is. Where the results
roll. Okay.
Remind me. Oh,
so
there was. It just wasn't showing up.
Okay. So yeah, sometimes it takes a couple of minutes, but
cool.
Yeah, you had 3 successes there, so no advantages. Also, what I'll quickly get you all to do is, because you came out of here and you sort of like went unconscious and that, I quickly want everyone please to roll me a resilience check for that gate travel. Basically, you'll take a static 5 points of strain, and it will be less however many successes you get on your resilience check.
Is it versus any purples, or is it just like a discipline? Cool.
Just a discipline. Yeah. So it's just a resilience check straight.
Cool.
Ooh.
So Jeef, you take 5 strain because
Gotcha.
there's no successes there. Mineth, you've got no successes there, so you take 5 strain.
Okay.
Is strain green or blue?
Hang on. Why is there... There shouldn't be a difficulty on that, either of you.
Oh, I thought I took it off. Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to re-roll?
Yes, please.
Do you want us to re-roll that then? Or just take away
We'll just take away the thing. So actually, Mineth, you've got 2 successes, so you'll take only 3 strain. Okay. And Jeef, because of that, you got 1 success, so you'll take 4 strain.
Perfect.
And you can obviously use those advantages to...
I'm going to use those advantages to, through whatever process we were doing, to help out, like to make sure he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm giving it specifically to him, I'll pass just that single blue die as I'm okay. like with all of the damage that I took all that strain, I took lots of strain.
So he'll get the blue not on his resilience check, but he'll get it on his next check after that.
Okay.
Because you all effectively were rolling resilience at the same time.
Oh, okay. I mean, and you could also say that since we weren't technically going up against anything with purples, that those advantages don't necessarily help us at this point, since we had no difficulty.
I mean, you can notice something in the area or anything like that. I mean, I don't mind. You can call them useless if you like, but if you want to do anything with them, then that's fine. Just you can't, because you all came out at the same time. You all woke up at the same time. You all will roll at the same time. So any blues just get passed to the next check. Cool. So yeah, you've powered down the land speeder, and upon doing that, you can hear the faint sound of flowing water behind what must be many feet of solid wall. So it's on the opposite side of the cavern to where the exit is, where you can hear this flowing water. Probably you don't think much of it, but it's something that you notice when you power down those engines.
Okay. Huh. Okay. And it's in great working condition. So,
Yep.
All right. I don't know what to add to it from there. I think it's
there's not much, yeah. And you can obviously, when you power it off, you can also, if you want, if you're a bit paranoid, you can try turning it on again, make sure it's going to power back up, and it does absolutely fine, doesn't even miss a beat, and then you can turn it back off again, all that sort of stuff. Everything seems like it's in perfect working order. Now, do either of you want to look around the cavern apart from where these tracks go? I mean, you can sort of see the, especially when looking through the binoculars, that there's no other exits. It's all just walls and pillars and archways and all sorts of stuff.
Unless Minith wants to, I'm totally fixated now on this robot because that's what I do.
Cool. All right, so I will fast track us then. So it basically takes about 7 minutes of walking just down this tunnel. It doesn't get any bigger or smaller. And then you round a corner of the twisting cavern path and suddenly look down onto the naturally lit forest floor, which is alive with moss, grass, and various other alien plants. An old, half-buried path leads to a small, serviceable wooden bridge that connects to a stone pathway that spirals upward from the forest floor. No other path is clear, and you can spot the oily tracks of the droid as they cross the bridge. You see a black and silver droid that appears to be an astromech, but it is unclear on the series from here. Its wheels seem to be stuck in some resilient foliage, and it can't seem to free itself. So let me just take us over there. And here we are. Ignore the big figure that you can see there, but you can see that droid.
Cool.
And I will grab your tokens and put us over. Here's our tokens. And basically this is the cave exit that I'm putting you on. And there's a small drop. It's about 5 feet of a drop to that forest floor. And then it's about, I would call it medium distance. No, I'm going to call it long distance from here to that droid. So, yeah, so it's long distance to that droid at this stage. And obviously at long distance, you can only see that it's a black droid, and you can see that it looks like an astromech droid from here, but you can't really make out anything else from that distance.
So I'll start helping everybody down however I can. Maybe see if there's another way down that won't require us to jump, because the astromech somehow made it.
Yeah, you can see just off to your right. There's like a small sort of ramp that sort of it's just a natural stone ramp that comes off. It's at a weird angle, so which is why he didn't really notice it to begin with, and sort of like the brightness of the sun coming down into the forest glade sort of distracted you for a minute, but you do see that ramp and you're able to go down there very safely.
So, all right. So, we're out. And I think we found our source of the all that juice on the ground. So, I would like to roll perception, if you don't mind.
Okay. So, are you listening? Are you looking? Tell me more about what this perception is.
Yeah. I think it's a visual thing at first.
You're taking in your surroundings, right?
Taking in the surroundings, see what I see, because I'm not looking at the droid. I'm looking for things around us that might be detrimental to us rather than that droid.
Okay. So roll that perception check. Before you roll that perception check, can you please roll me a resilience, no purples?
A resilience of no purples.
Yeah, the difficulty is none, or it's simple. All right. So with the with exiting the gate, when you came to, you took 4 strain when you woke up because of the violent jolt that brought you here. So if I'll just get you to take 4 strain. And now you can roll your perception check.
And you get a boost dice from me.
And you get a boost dice from Jeef. And how this looks is when he came out of the when he woke up, he sort of looked after you, sort of shook you to awakeness and gave you this blue dice from.
Okay, so cool. That. Thank you, Chief. And what is that against?
Nothing.
Just nothing. Okay.
Simple.
Simple.
Yep. Just a perception check. You're looking around, seeing what you can see. Cool. All right. So apart from the droid, there's no life. There's life in the trees, obviously, but there's no creatures nearby that you can see. There's birds in the sky, but they are far up. These trees are huge, by the way. They're those really big trees that are like 100 feet tall. So they're massive, a lot of them, and they sort of reach as far as the eye can see almost. But you can see that this pathway leads up. It's sort of a zigzag pathway that leads up into a craggy rock up there. Apart from that, you do notice over here where I'm pinging, you see it's like a fog, and it's only in this area, or only where the bridge crosses. So this area over here, down here, all of that sort of in that gap, there's like this fog, and you can't see through that fog down to wherever it goes down to. So you can't see how far this cavern actually drops, because there's this fog that sort of obscures your view from down there. Apart from that, there's not really much to tell. apart from, you know, it smells like forest here. You're very familiar with the smell.
Does any of this look familiar?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
And for my 2 advantage, I'd like to add the blue die to the next check.
All right. Are you sort of saying something inspiring? You're just sort of handing...
Yeah. So, you know, again, this is kind of what I do, guys. So that mist over there is not natural. And we should probably really, I don't know if we can avoid it, but be very hesitant.
So the mist hangs about 15 feet below the edge. So it's down a bit from where the bridge is.
So you think you could make some friends with that droid over there, Chief?
Well, absolutely. Of course I can.
All right, my man.
Does the bridge look like I can zoom right on across it? Or should I go?
Well, the droid crossed it, so you can cross it.
Okay. Well, then I'll cross it and looking, like you said, it looks like it's...
Let's take you down to the bridge. All right, so you are there. Rick Dad, I'm guessing you're just coming up behind, and Minith, you're staying in the middle, or are you staying up at the cavern entrance?
I am staying in the middle.
You're staying in the middle. All right, so we'll put you there. So just before you cross that bridge, Chief, the droid, it beeps. And being that Star Wars, you guys understand it. And it says, identify.
I'm Jeef.
It says, identity not registered, mission parameters in peril. Identify.
Instead of saying Jeef, I respond with my full name, wherever I put my full name. I can't find my full name.
That's okay. You say your full name, and it says, identity not registered, mission parameters in peril. Identify.
What are your mission parameters?
Mission parameters breached. Defensive countermeasures engaged. And upon that, the droid sort of, the outer hull, I guess you would call it, of the droid separates from the droid itself and clamps down onto the ground. And what is revealed, let me just grab this here, is now, let me put this down. Sorry. Now I just need Shift Z. Yes. So up on your screens, hopefully, you should see that. So the outer black hull sort of comes off, slams down onto the ground, and this torso and head sort of come up out of the inside of it. And that is an initiative roll.
All right.
As you can clearly see that it has engaged its defensive countermeasures. That did not roll. At least I can't see it. Dice.
Vigilance, I assume.
Sorry?
Vigilance is what you want us to use for...
Yes. Also, quickly, before we go too far, I'll get those vigilance rolls. We'll get those happening. And let me do it.
I have 4 greens? Oh.
Ah.
I only have 2 greens.
It happens sometimes.
Okay, this should be
Yeah,
it.
re-roll that. Thank you.
There you go.
Cool. And it has... and 1. So we've got 2 successes as well. Okay, cool. So we've got NPC, 3 PCs, okay? That's our
All right.
initiative checks. And I will now, I know this is a little bit late because I keep forgetting this. Can we please, let me just go onto the dice pool character sheet. Let's take our light and dark to nothing. Can we please roll our destiny pool?
Okay.
One and 1. And 1. Okay. Very good. That over here. Cool. So it pulls out a laser pistol. Actually, let me just see. No, it pulls out a snare launcher, and it's going to try to snare the person who is at the front, which is at the moment Jeef. So it's not trying to actually shoot you. It's trying to stop you from moving toward it. So let's see how it goes.
I mean, he could have just asked.
Yes, he could have, but he didn't. So I've got that against 2 purples. And
So we're at medium range?
we are, well, you are at short range because there's just a simple walk across the bridge. And Richter is at medium. Mineth, you can be at either. It's your choice because you're kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle, so I guess I'm at short.
So let me see if that worked.
That.
Okay, so he's succeeded, or it succeeded. And so Jeef,
Yes.
that ensnare goes off. Now, this ensnare quality.
There's no purples on that roll.
There is no purples on that roll.
You and me are rolling the same way tonight, man.
I know, right?
Watch him get the same result, even with purples.
We'll see, I guess. I mean, it should be there. There we go. No, he did not get the same result. So it does not work. So yeah, the snare net shoots into the air, and what happens is that fog reaches up from 15 feet down, grabs the net, and pulls it down into itself.
The fog?
Yes.
Ooh.
Great.
And with that advantage, I am going to, let me just see here, with the advantage. You see that the droid sort of is calculating, and a blue light comes off the droid and scans that fog to try and notice something about it with that advantage. But obviously, I can't tell you what it learns. So that is it. I need a PC next. Whoever wants to go first. It hasn't pulled a blaster just yet. It's just tried to ensnare you.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and quick draw my stun blaster and see what I can do.
Okay. Very good. So
I'll take a maneuver to aim.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And so at short range, I've got 1 purple.
Yes, sir.
All right. I am.
Don't
pretty
you
certain.
have a boost from Corey too?
Yeah, you get the blue die.
Oh, cool. Good deal. Oh, there we go. I'm forgetting all this stuff. Here we go.
Okay.
Just gonna do it.
Hit it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's going to end up being 10 stun.
10 stun. Okay. That's a lot.
And when that goes off, like you watch me both hands onto it, close one eye, try to get it, and then like I am not used to pulling the trigger on this thing.
Okay. The droid crackles and spits as that blast of energy hits it. And you can see that while that was stun damage, it actually really hurt the droid. You can see a panel of it has fallen off and it's starting to smoke.
Perfect.
So who wants to take the next PC?
Go ahead there, man.
Yes, I will. I turned to Chief. That was impressive. Now what?
I'm sure I can fix it. Do what we've ever got to do to make it not hurt us.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And I start walking across the bridge. I like square my shoulders, and I hesitate for a second, and then I start walking.
Okay, so you're walking across the bridge. Anything else that you want to do with your turn?
Nope.
Where do you want to get to? You can move yourself to wherever
I'm
you
gonna head for the droid, thinking maybe foolishly that it's not getting to do anything for a bit, and you know.
But you're not moving past it, right?
No.
Just moving to it. All right,
Yeah.
I'll put you there. Okay. So that is your turn because that's what you're saying. Richter.
All right. Because we played Star Wars a lot, but we haven't done a lot of combat. We talk a lot in the other game. So, so on my weapon, it's long range. So does that mean I can shoot anything within long range?
That's correct.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna make sure. All right, so I just kind of holler out at Minith and say, "We're not so certain that thing ain't gonna hurt you there, Minith."
All right.
Oh, it looks disabled.
So,
and I train onto it to shoot. Is there such thing as like a held action?
there's not. No.
Okay, but I train onto it to shoot it if it looks like it's going to go aggressive against me.
So what we'll do is we'll call that aiming. All right, because so we'll call that aiming. We'll make it one aim for your normal maneuver. We'll give you an action, which is aim. So you've got 2 aims. You don't take a strain for that because it's in this case we're not making it in a maneuver. We're making it an action, and I'm just making that up. So I hope that everyone's okay with that, and that ends your turn effectively. Are you okay with that? All right. So what happens is the net arm retracts into it, and 2 claws on metal arms pop up from its back and arch up, kind of like a predatory thing, and start to claw at you, Minith. So it's not quite completely disabled. It's smoking, but that's about it. So let's go to our roll here. It's the same. And okay, so you take 9 points of piercing damage as those 2 claws both strike at you. Less your soak, so whatever your soak is, take that off the damage.
All right. Ouch. Okay.
And they really hurt.
They would hurt, yes.
Then we've got PC. Basically, it says it's not saying anything. It's just it's just going at you. So PC.
So I'd like to take this slot if you guys don't mind. What's wrong, guys? And I go after it with my own claws.
Okay.
So let's see. Yeah. All right. So what do you?
So unarmed is 1+ damage. It's a brawl check.
Okay.
So you use brawl and you use strength.
How many purple?
Brawn, sorry. Brawl and brawn. How many purple? It's 2.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I can't see it. Oh.
So you fail.
There's 4 purples on there.
There are 4 purples on there.
Oh, where are the others? Oh, you set them this time, didn't you? Sorry. I think last session you didn't, and so I set the purples.
Okay, just roll again
Okay.
with 2 less purple. Okay.
That's more like it.
That's
I
better.
like that.
Okay, so you succeed. You deal 2 damage to it, which it soaks.
Okay.
And what do you want to do with that advantage?
I would like, if this is okay, the advantage to be that I grab one of its claws and, well, that might be too much because that's like a strength thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't grab onto it with 1 advantage. You can learn something about it. You can heal a strain.
I will heal a strain, actually. That would make sense.
Okay. Cool. Next PC.
Rick Dad is definitely going to shoot.
You are at medium range. Medium range is 2 purple. You is engaged though, so it turns into a purple and a red.
Okay. And he shouts out to Jeeve. Prize of prey. Meaning stun or kill.
Prize. Prize? Prize?
And he kind of gruffs, and he sets his blaster to stun, or his rifle to stun, and takes a shot.
Okay.
So, did you put it in there, or do I need to do it?
I haven't, but just double check it. Yeah.
Okay, I see nothing. So 1 purple, 1 red, right?
1 purple, 1 red. Yes. There's still 3 purples there.
Yeah.
So where are they coming from?
Are you
I don't know.
Yeah, where are they coming from?
Campaign deal.
I cleared my pool and everything.
Do our setups affect other people's rolls?
They might.
Like, what should you be rolling right now?
Make sure everybody is cleared their pool, and I'll try it again.
Hang on. I will.
Okay. There, I'm cleared.
Because I've got a dice pool, right? I figure that's me, isn't it?
It's also but it's you're opposing us too.
Whatever.
Okay. Hang on. Let me clear this then. Do you want to just try that roll again, please?
Yes.
Oh, even
There's no purples on that.
now.
Yeah, no, there's nothing on it. Weird.
Can you put in purples?
Yeah, let me try. The only one way to find out.
Well, we're just learning this, so.
All right, so I'm gonna put 1 purple and 1 red.
1 red.
And then I'm gonna shoot. Did that work right now? Because I don't see it right away.
Yeah, that looks right.
Yeah.
It's a wash.
And was it a wash?
It is a wash.
That sucks.
So, yeah, you fire, but you see Mineth there, and you're just not like, you're like, I don't want to hit her. And so your caution has meant that you haven't succeeded.
Apparently. You should have let me kill it. He just yells out.
All right. So we're going back.
PC. I haven't gone yet this round.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
So this time it's versus a red since she's engaged with it, right?
That's correct. Yes.
All right. Let's see if this works.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. So again, you see her engaged. You don't want to hit her. You've got 2 advantages though.
With those 2 advantages, I may not be striking it, but definitely the shots are glancing shots that are real close to the droid, and it's going to give it a black on its next turn.
Okay, I've got a black.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Now, So on its turn, the droid says, and it says, withdraw or be destroyed, and it's going to attempt to free itself with its action. And that will be an athletics, which it's terrible at.
Black dice. Okay.
And it's got a black dice. And it's trying to free itself with this roll. So, dice pull. Got a brawn of that. And it's going to be average. And it's going to have a black die.
Ooh.
The black die didn't do anything.
Oh. Yeah. Well, this droid is not going anywhere. It sort of tries to free itself, and you can see that it's not getting there. And the little blue light that's sort of focused on the ground where the underbrush is then comes up, and with those 2 advantages, they focus on Minith, and basically it's going to get a blue die on its next check against you on its next turn, because that blue light is focused on you now, and you can sort of see that it's you can sort of read that it's perhaps the robot version of angry.
Lovely. So yeah, so Rick Dad is gonna go next. Sorry guys.
Sure.
And I'm going to step up a little bit. Wait, if I step up to where
Jeef.
to where Jeef is,
Then
that's only one.
So 1 maneuver to get to him, and then you will be within short distance.
And I can still shoot.
That's correct.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna step up to where he is, and yeah, we're gonna take a shot. So a short range. So it's just 1 purple, right?
1 red because because it's engaged with Mineth.
Okay. So it is still 1, or so it's just 1 red.
1 red.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And
Let me double check. Hang on. Let me double check. I've cleared. Yes, I have. Go.
Okay. Everybody else is clear, right?
Yep.
It'll work.
There's
I don't want to
1
be too
purple. That's okay. We'll just ignore the purple. So ignoring the purple, you've got a advantage.
What? Oh no, I have an advantage. That little droid is kind of hard to hit.
Get away from it. Yeah.
I thought you were a big bad hunter.
Can't even hit a little droid.
And yeah, I would like to use my advantage to give a blue die to our next person.
Okay.
No, wait. No. I would like to notice something important.
Okay. You notice that the underbrush that is restricting the droid is very slightly moving. It is not static.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
All right. Then, if you don't mind, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to move across the bridge, and I'd like to make a computer's check or mechanics check to try to. I'm trying to power down this thing.
Okay.
Which one would it be? Computers or mechanics? Actually, it's the same thing for me either way.
Yeah, then just use your choice. I don't mind.
Okay. And what's that going to be? What difficulty?
Whew. Without talking it down first, hard. 3.
Okay. I will take that.
Wait. I got to clear. Don't do it. All right, I'm clear.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Wow. Well, you succeed. What do you want to actually do? You want to power it down?
Yes. I'm gonna go like all computers on it, and like I literally get right up in its face, and that part of the cylinder that's dropped down, I reach down inside for it, deep to it, and then find something that I can just unplug that's connecting the rest of this going, so that you really just see that robot going from the all claws to head down and arms hanging down.
Yeah, and it absolutely does. There's a little electric short that gives you 1 strain.
All right.
So Rick is going to shout out, what's ever holding that thing on the ground, it is not just holding it, and it seems to move. As he still sighted it, he still has it sighted in. Not anything mechanical.
Okay. So where are you up to? I'm sort of a bit lost. Do we still have a PC?
Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah.
So I turn my attention to this vine or whatever it is that's holding it.
Yep.
And I have xenology, so I'd like to see if I know what it is.
Okay.
And what I know about it, I guess.
Sure. It's an average check.
Okay. Oh, did anything happen? Oh, there it goes. Oh.
So you don't know. You see this. It's like a vine, I guess, and it's wrapping around, and you can also see that it's moving. It's moving slowly, and I guess
moving towards anyone, Matt?
not right now. With that advantage, I'm going to use it for you if you will allow me, and I'm going to say that you can see that the vine is so large that it's actually coming from below the cover of the mist, and it's crawling up the rock face and coming up over the lip of the rock. So you can see that it originates at least 20 feet down below.
Rick, you better take a look at this thing. It's coming up. It's big. And can I, like,
and he starts running towards
attempt to pull the vine? Can I? Well, it's clearly not a vine. I'm thinking it's not a vine now. So, but can I try to pull it, or step on it, or pull it? Trying to think which. I guess I'd try to step on it and see if I can cut its make it let go, like cut its circulation off, kind of thing.
Yes. So you can attempt this. It is an upgraded hard check. So it's 2 purples and a red.
Ooh, ouch. Okay. And this is
you can either use you can use athletics, or you can just make an attack roll, whichever. Brawl.
Oh, why don't I do attack? That would probably make more sense. That's sort of a.
So 2 purples and a red.
Make sure I have that right. Yeah. Where's my? Here it is. Oh.
Okay. So you fail, but nothing untoward happens.
Okay.
You try to hack away at it, and you're just not getting a grip on it. It's kind of slimy and slippery.
Ew. It's gross.
Right.
Rick?
So you guys are kind of out of initiative because the threat, this mech, this droid, has powered down. However, we'll keep you in some sort of order. So Minith has obviously been. So either Jeef or Rick Dat can follow up on this, knowing that she's said that it's really big, and now she's tried to, hack at it to get it to release the droid or whatever, and that's just not worked. So who wants to go?
I'll do it.
Okay.
What I would like to try to do is see if I can just get it to recognize the 3 of us as friendlies. See if I can real quick just reprogram that one small part of it.
Okay. This is an upgraded hard check, but yes, you can do that. So it's 2 upgraded.
Okay, I'll give that a shot then. And okay, I've got everything in. Let's see what happens.
Nice. You succeed.
I am so lucky tonight. Like, that's it's all it is. It's luck. So yeah, I've got it to recognize us as friendlies, and I mean, if that takes more time and that takes up my slot, cool.
So that will take your slot, but it won't. It'll just be a maneuver on your next turn to reactivate it.
Okay, cool. And I let the group go. I was like, I think I made it our buddy.
Yeah, so Rick Dat is right there, and he looks down at this vine, and he comes from under the bridge, because I imagine it kind of went over the bridge and grabbed it, right? I mean, under the bridge and grabbed it on the opposite side.
So it sort of climbed up over here.
Okay. So I kind of follow it, and then I pull out those binoculars and look into there and see if it does anything.
Okay.
Can I roll perception with that, or what do we do?
Well, even without the binoculars, you're looking down into fog, so you can't actually see.
All right. All right. Well, I have a vibro machete, and I pull it off my side, and I go ahead and take a swipe.
It's an upgraded hard check.
Okay. Right, Pierce 1, Sunder, and Vicious 1. Whatever all those things mean, I don't really know. But yeah, upgraded hard check. So
2 purples and a red.
yeah, 2 purples and a red. Here we go. Oops, not whatever with that. What is that doing? Stop it. I had a seizure. And here we go.
Okay. You fail. And you can clearly start to understand how this droid got captured, because this thing is really hard to get off. And you take a point of strain as some of that goo sort of slides down your weapon and sort of burns you. It's like a burning sensation, and that's a point of strain.
Wonderful.
Okay, who's next?
I guess we're back to me.
Round?
Yeah, new round.
Okay. I'm going to say, hey, so I'm going to flip this thing back on, and everybody on 3 try to help this thing get itself out.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to use that maneuver to turn it on.
Yep.
And I'll use my action to assist.
Okay.
Giving the droid a boost.
Okay. So, being that all 4 of you will work in unison, we will take it down to 1 purple and 1 red instead of 2 purple and 1 red, and it will be a group check with a boost. So, who has the highest brawn?
Surprisingly, not with that. I'm sure, because he's only got 2.
I've only got 2.
Not really a
The
thing.
droid has 2. So, yeah, it's going to be, so it'll be 2. And then what skill are we going to use as a group? And this is up for debate. So maybe athletics, maybe just an attack.
I think it would be athletics.
Yeah, I would probably say that too. An athletics check. So who has the highest athletics?
Not I.
I said to fly. I mean, it might be me, but I've only got 2 green. That's it.
I have really high survival.
Yeah, I got super high survival.
So it's going to be 2 yellows. It's going to be a blue. It's going to be 1 purple and 1 red. Someone roll that.
All right. I will. I'll hit it up because.
Go for it.
Yep. It's all your skills anyway.
So 1 blue, 1 purple, 1 red.
Correct.
And it's 2 yellows?
If you've got 2 ranks in athletics.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I just have regular.
Then 2 greens, I guess, if no one's got any ranks in athletics.
No, I don't have any ranks in it either.
Nope.
Shoot.
Shit, man.
So all of you, including the droid, try with an exerted effort to release it from this thing that just keeps on holding on. What do we want to do with those 2 advantages?
a... What about... There's rocks and stuff around too, right?
Yep.
What about with all the struggling going on, we loosen a rock? Like a big boulder? Maybe we can tumble over onto this thing?
So you want to like push a rock off the cliff down into the mist?
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has a better idea, but...
That sounds good.
Yeah. Cool. That happens then. You manage to dislodge a rock, roll it off the cliff. So spend a story point for me, and we will let the droid go with that. Cool. So the rock rolls off, impacts whatever this being is, and it lets go, and the vines coil down into the mists.
Anybody know what that thing was?
No, but let's get away from here before it tries to do it.
Before it comes back. That's a good plan.
Or it figures out that we're its problem.
Then Minith would step to the side so that Rick can take the lead again, and then fall in behind him right away.
Okay. So, well...
I'm gonna... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so it's all right. Go ahead.
I look at little droid and I'm like, all right, droid buddy, follow me, keep up, all right?
It says blip, 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 blip. And it says identity registered, mission parameters normal, and it will come along up the zigzagging path. So the stone pathway zigzags steeply upwards around rocky outcrops and clumps of trees and brush. The climb is difficult going, but not dangerous. Eventually, about 10 minutes of climbing, the path levels out and you round a large ovoid rock to find yourself in a clearing and looking over an immense forest of rolling hills some distance below. Before you can take it in or take a breather, a gruff male voice calls from a hidden location. So I will move us over to here.
Hey, looks like my house.
That does look like your backyard. That is crazy.
Who's there?
Hang on. I'm just putting our tokens up. Delete that will load in a second. The voice says, in a gruff voice, "Well, you don't look like Imperial forces, but you make enough noise to bring the whole damned Imperial army down on us. Now slowly take your weapons and place them on the ground, and we'll have our introductions."
We landed here on accident. We're not trying to cause any trouble.
She says that. I've already taken my gun down and looked at the droid buddy and said, "Stand down." I'm like, yes,
yeah,
I'm going to do what you want.
Rick Dad does not take his weapon on the ground, but he does holster it on his back.
Okay. Very good. Emerging from a dense series of bushes are a male and female figure as different from one another as you can imagine. The male is a short, graying, heavily wrinkled old Ugnaught whose pig face is decidedly wary. He's wearing a nondescript robe and carrying a toolkit. A molecular stiletto and blaster rifle are holstered in a chrome utility belt around his waist. The woman is tall, lithe, and wearing purple plexi leather. Her young face is cool and calm, and a pair of pierced antennae rise out of her golden hair. She is wielding a blaster rifle, and while she seems relaxed, her muscles are taut, and she seems ready for anything. So, let me show you him.
Uh-huh.
And let me show you. Okay. Yes, we can take a break.
Good timing.
I figured it was a good spot, you know what I mean? Because we're kind of like moving on to the next thing. So,
Yep. They don't look like they're going to attack you or anything. So, yep. Take this moment to take a quick break, grab a drink, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Great.
Yep.
Thank you.
This is so good. This is good. This is so good.
You having fun?
Yeah, man. This is fun.
Good.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. Wow, you like smiled there for a second.
All right.
So how you been, my friend?
Good. Busy, but good.
Busy is good. So it's like what, like 11 something there in the morning?
Yeah, it's nearly midday. Nearly
Yeah.
midday.
All right.
Still in the reaches of winter.
It's 100-something degrees where I am.
Wow.
It was 92 here. Yeah, it was 92 here today. It was
Are you
hot.
in Washington too?
No, I'm in Rochester, New York.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
God. I wanted to go there for college so bad, dude.
What, RIT?
Oh, no, Eastman. I'm a music person.
Oh, Eastman, nice. I also applied there and had a tryout and then
Oh.
didn't follow up. Pretty stupid things.
Dude,
Pretty
like,
stupid things in my early late teens, early 20s.
oh, dude. My options were, because I'm in Arkansas, my options ultimately came down to Central Arkansas, which nobody knows about outside of the state. And I live in Northwest Arkansas, where like the University of Arkansas, where the Razorbacks are. Like that's the only big school Arkansas anybody knows about from Arkansas.
Yeah.
It was that one, and it was Ole Miss because they had a really cool a cappella group that I wanted to be a part of.
Nice.
And then St. Olaf and Concordia in Minnesota and North Dakota.
Nice. What'd you go with?
I ended up going to Central Arkansas. Concordia had like, honestly, until he started like slipping into dementia, he was the most lauded modern composer of our time before Whitaker.
Okay.
And then, but they were like, yeah, we're going to give you like half of everything, but they're a private college. And so that just kicked my butt because I'm not Lutheran. So they're not going to give me that scholarship. And the half that they gave me was the same amount as the 3/4 that Ole Miss gave me, which was the same amount as everything plus $200 in my pocket at UCA.
Yeah. So you had to do that.
So, yeah,
absolutely. So,
alrighty.
All right. Well,
looks like we're all here.
Yeah.
So you are looking out over this forest. You're on this ledge, and this Ugnaught and this other woman is there. Not sure whether you would have seen any of her species before, but she is a Balasar. And so they come out from hiding, and the male, his gruff voice continues, and he says, "You should get down. Might be seen. All that noise that you've been making. We found out. Get down."
I get down like,
and yeah, they are squatting, like they sort of or kneeling. They kneel, and he sort of the woman, she seems a little bit more calm, but he's like looking to and fro off the edge of the cliff, seeing if he can see any movement, that sort of thing, while she's just looking at you guys and taking it all in.
I would absolutely follow Jeef's lead. Kind of not being used to these sorts of situations.
Jeef has no idea. He's like hunkered down real far and he's like trying to do everything I can. And I even look over and go, please be careful. This robot is there's something wrong with it and it attacks on sight if you prove hostile. I'm trying to fix it.
And at that, actually, the robot, the blue light sort of comes on, scans these two, and says, "Identify."
Can I say they're friendlies, or or cover up the blue scanner with my hand?
You can try and convince it. It registers you as friendly, but you had to program it for that. So maybe it will take commands. You don't know until you try.
Okay, well then I'm going to try. And I tell, stand down, droid buddy. Stand down.
Okay, so I am going to roll a little something here.
Uh-oh.
So, because I'm unsure how this droid's going to react.
Okay.
So we're just going to see what happens here. Cool. Is it real? 1 and 1. All right. Okay, so let's find out. Okay.
It doesn't resist me. It fails resisting me, right?
Yeah, it says in its bleeping tones, command accepted.
Oh, I have got to fix this. Is there anywhere that you could please take me to do this? Because this is bad.
So the Ugnaught says, we really should make sure that we're not going to be followed. But and then he gives you some directions. He lifts some of the underbrush, and you see a dirt pathway. And he says, "Follow this pathway. It continues east a couple of miles. Just follow the pathway, and you'll come to a cave." And he opens his jacket or his cloak, and he gives you a fruit. It is it's got a pink exterior, and it's kind of furry, and it's about the size of basketball. And he says, take this with you and say that you're with us. And I will show you their sheets. So we have Boytak Nuck, who is the Ugnaught technician. And we have Ferakaya Lazaras, who is, and the picture isn't loading for some reason. Let me just try that again. And I'll get her picture up and running, hopefully. So yeah, those are the two. And he says, you can say you're with us. And he says, don't be scared. They won't hurt anyone. Just show them this. Obviously, you've got that fruit to show them, whoever they are.
Who's them?
The Eloms. They live in the cave.
Can I roll genealogy to see if I know what that is?
You may, yes.
Okay. Against?
Kind of unlikely, so hard 3 purple. Let me make sure that I am cleared.
Actually,
Yep, I'm cleared. Yep. Holy crap. Okay. Yes, you know what these things are. You have 3 threats. Gosh.
I have not taken cover. Yeah, I mean, I have not like they've instructed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what I'm gonna do is you stand a little too close to the edge of the cliff, and there's a big rock, and you sort of put your foot on it, but it slips. You don't slip, but the rock rolls off the cliff and makes this huge sound as it just shatters into a million pieces at the bottom of the cliff, and the sound echoes through the valley. And we didn't roll our cool or discipline after that fight, so you may all do that now to heal strain at the end of the encounter. My apologies.
I've never done that before.
Yeah, me neither.
So how does that work?
It's just cool or discipline, unless you have a talent that says otherwise, and there's no purples.
Okay.
And
So I got a success and 3 advantages, so we spend those.
No, so the advantages don't mean anything on this roll. Well, they can, but they don't let you regain strain like they normally would or could. Okay. But every success is a point of strain that you heal.
Nice. Okay, thank you.
About that.
And Richter, the climb up here after the encounter strained you quite a bit, so that's another 2 strain, unfortunately.
To have purples on that, though.
Not supposed to have purples. We'll ignore those purples, and you've got 2 successes. So, so just 2 successes. So it's 2 strain. You heal instead of 2 strain.
Okay, sorry.
Even better.
Yeah, way better.
Okay, so yeah, that rock slams down onto the floor of the forest, and the sound reverberates and echoes through the valley, and the Ugnaught looks at you and says, "You better go now, or we'll be found out. Now go! Don't make any more noise." He's clearly not very happy with you.
So sorry. Really, we're so sorry.
What did I know about the
Yeah, so with the knowledge roll, so you know them to be primarily underground dwelling, peaceful creatures. They're quite bulky and large, so they look imposing, but they're absolutely not. They're sort of heavily into family and very trusting to outsiders. And yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry about the rock. And I'm gonna, yeah. And I just start walking up the path.
So what are these other discipline rolls? Oh, you got test rolls. Okay. Cool. It's okay. We're just learning how to use this Roll20 thing.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. I'm good. So, what are you guys following the path? Are you obeying his commands? And he is kind of barking at you. So.
Well, you said that he looks like he has like tools on him?
Yeah, he's got a toolkit. Yeah.
Is there any way that I could ask for his help in trying to get this droid to not recognize everybody else as hostiles? Or to
he's not going to do that now. He says once you get back to the cave, he says that they shouldn't be too far behind. They're just going to make sure that no one's following us, sort of scout around. So there'll probably be an extra maybe half an hour on top of. He says just don't take the droid into the cave, because otherwise it might start shooting everything that's in there, and that would be bad.
Perfect.
So, yeah. Are you happy with that? And he's willing to give you a hand. But right now, given that he believes that we're going to be found by Imperial forces,
that's good.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So we are. Anything else before we jump to the pathway?
No.
No, but Rick definitely rearms himself.
Okay. Yep, and that's fine. Okay, so you continue along the forest path following the directions of the scouts. After a few minutes, you hear the sound of growling coming from nearby bushes, and then the scream of what sounds to be a humanoid child. Let me take you over to that map. And I'm going to have to take our tokens from here. Again, just let me grab tokens again. What's happening? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, copy that. And go to this one. And paste. That's two of you.
Excuse me.
So Chief, Mineth. Let's grab the other two. Read that. And yeah. The droid is going to take the rear. And I'm guessing either Ripdat will go first, Mineth in the middle, Chief at the back. Okay, so on this map, hopefully you will be able to see. Can you see to start us off?
Mm-hmm. There's a path there going towards the right.
Okay, that is heading to the east. Can you also see the shadows?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the shadows represent the line of sight through the trees. So you cannot obviously see through solid objects. And the sound is, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but let me see, is coming from that direction. Did you see that ping?
I did.
It's coming from that direction. Okay. And And so it was the sound of growling and then a scream like a humanoid child. So, what would you
All
like
right,
to
What was that?
I don't know. Hold on. And I sling my rifle, and take out the binoculars and look that direction.
Okay. So pretty much your line of sight should give you as much vision as you're going to get.
Okay, so nothing changed for me.
No, you cannot see through solid objects.
Okay, so these are solid objects of darkness.
Yeah, so it's just like this big, thick clump of trees and
Okay.
shrubs and stuff.
I just wasn't sure if it was more.
It's not just darkness.
Okay, cool.
You're looking at trunks and like big, 10-foot wide bushes and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I look back towards behind us. Are the other two behind us?
No, they've sort of scouted around, so they're not nearby.
Okay.
You've been on foot for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And they sort of went a long way around to make sure that they're not going to be followed.
Right. All right. So Rick Dat kind of turns around and goes, just hold tight. I know. I really need a drink. Those are definitely animals of some sort, and this is now my thing. Robots and so on and so forth don't make sense, but I'm gonna move a little bit ahead, and if I need some help, I'll let y'all know. Okay?
Well,
All right.
Okay.
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Or do we just not give any Griffin thought to this and all keep moving?
I trust Big Rick.
Thanks, Beef.
This is clearly your area, so
it's all right. So I'll use the ruler. So if you were to go like this way, to be able to see, that would be medium. So it'd be 2 maneuvers. If you went like down this way and then up, that would be long. So it would be 3 maneuvers.
Okay. I would like to use stealth, and so I can still see my friends in a bit of a way. I'd like to go this way.
Okay, so don't roll any purples. Let me check. My pool is empty. Yes, my pool is empty. So that will be straight stealth, and that will be opposed. I will roll an opposing roll after I see yours. Wow. Okay.
wow.
Oh, wow.
So will 1 and 1 and none. Okay. And clear that off.
I would like to upgrade the targeted characters check with that triumph replica. So I want to upgrade your check to a harder check.
This one. Okay.
Well, yeah, because do I have to use it right away?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So actually, I'd like to downgrade in theory. So if you have any yellows to this, I'd like to make those greens.
Great. Okay. I shall re-roll.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have 2 successes. They have none. That's a successful stealth check. with that triumph, you have downgraded their check to make that a successful check, and you have 3 advantages.
Yeah, that's not so
I
bad.
have 1.
Okay.
What are you doing with those 3 advantages?
Okay. I would like to.
Let's take you to there.
I would like to negate the targeted enemy's defense.
Okay.
Once I realize what the enemy is. You know what I mean?
Right. So if I put you there, are you then able to see?
Let me see. Hold on 2 seconds. Sorry. I was reading the chart. I can.
All right.
But they can they not? Like the others?
The others can't see what you can see.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, it's just neat that we can do it like that.
So if I hang on, how do I? So I'll just get Jim and I don't know how I can just send this. Can I display a picture just to Corey?
I don't think so.
You could try whisper, but I don't think it'll work.
Okay.
I think it's only for chat.
All right.
If you want, you could just send a picture to me in Facebook.
Messenger, yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'll display it because you guys are probably going to see it in a minute. Just this is player knowledge, not character knowledge. There are a group of these things, Corey.
Those some sexy little beasts.
You have, well, you could make a check to see whether you recognize it, but at this stage, before a check, you don't.
Okay. All right, let me see here. That's gotta go away. So I can see them down like this alley here.
Yeah.
Okay. And I do kind of like the military thing that I have eyes on it. And how many do I count? I only see 4, right?
Yeah. You see however many you can see. Yeah.
Okay, so I see 4 of them. And I put up the number 4. I see 4. And do I see what is screaming?
Make a perception check, and that perception check would be average, 2 purples.
2 purples, okay. And
before you roll, let me check that I'm cleared. Yes, I am.
Okay. And
okay, you can see that in the middle of those, there are some cubs, and the cubs are making the screaming sound.
So, the cubs of that animal?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Seeing that I don't see that it's a humanoid, that is being attacked, I would like to just sneak back to my.
You didn't add 2 purples for me. Can you just roll 2 purples, please?
Wait, on what? Myself. Oh yeah, shit. I put those in there. That's weird. Oh, I know why it's not in there. Because I didn't click out of it.
So don't bother.
I'll just roll again. I don't have a problem with it.
Sure. All right. Okay. So yeah, you still see it.
Okay.
You still see them.
And I would like to I would like to.
So with those 2 advantages, I can probably spend them for you and say that you can see that they are beginning to sniff the air as if they've got the sense, like they've suddenly gone from like growling and playing, and they've suddenly started to sniff the air as if they think that something might be around, but they haven't quite discovered what it is. It's that is something there, kind of.
Yeah, it's a perceptive.
So you can see that.
Yeah. All right. So I would like to. Do I need to roll stealth to go back?
Yes.
Okay, I have no problem doing it. And
because they now have a bit of an awareness.
Am I getting a setback?
Yes, you will get a setback.
I figured so.
Let me
All
make
right,
sure.
let's do it. So,
Yes, I am.
so there's no check, but just 1 setback.
Mm-hmm.
Out of it. I'm doing that now. Man, I wish there was a light side point for this. But there's not. So here we go.
Sorry, well, I haven't had an opportunity to really spend that. Okay, so you succeed. Well, let's see how they oppose you. We've got. Okay, yeah. You succeed to stealth away.
Oh, that's only because I was already there. That is so cool. Sorry, I haven't seen people really use that, and like to see everything change like that's pretty neat. So I definitely put my finger up to my mouth, to be quiet, and use maybe some walking fingers type deal thing, and that we should move very quietly through this area.
Okay. So, up to this square here, that is medium. Going past there is long. Sorry?
I didn't see that.
Huh.
Are you still on the ruler?
Let me check my...
Somebody is.
Oh,
there we go.
Well, that was my phone.
There?
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, so that's medium. Anything past there is long, and the edge of the map is extreme.
Okay.
Are we?
We're all gonna have to stealth, aren't we?
Not a minute question.
So it's two medium movements. It's medium to there, and it's a medium to the edge of the map.
Okay.
Can we group check?
Can you group check stealth? Yeah.
Do we have the setback still?
Yes.
Okay. That was still in there for me. So
because I did get 2 advantages there, so that will apply to that.
Holy Jesus.
Wow.
Oh no, there's way too many freaking dice in there.
There's 3 yellows there. That shouldn't be.
Yeah. There should only be. There should be 1 less green and 1 less yellow. So I guess I should just re-roll it. It's just weird.
Are we? Okay.
But still leaves you with.
I think we. Yeah, I mean, so he looks back and whispers very quietly. It's some type of local, probably carnivorous creature that is playing with their with their pups. We should go quiet and try not to make ourselves known.
Okay.
Follow me, and I'm gonna clear my pool.
So, does anyone have a higher stealth or?
Yeah, mine is 2 yellow and a green.
No, I've got 2 greens and a yellow.
Okay, cool.
So should we do? Is that for the group?
Yeah.
Or do we all have to roll individually?
No, it's a group check in this case.
Okay. So there is 1 setback, right?
There is 1 setback.
Okay. And then I'll roll.
And it's an opposed roll, so no purples.
Yeah. So let's see what happens when I hit that. Did it work right that time?
Okay.
Wow.
No, I roll those other dice. No, but all those other dice are in there. I love that roll though.
Yeah, great. It's got to be pulling from
somewhere.
Yeah, Matt, yours is cleared?
It is now.
All right, I'm gonna clear mine
My
again.
apologies.
Oh no, no worries.
This is really clunky. Like, I would have thought that the GM pool is just for the GM, but apparently it applies to everything, and I have to clear it every time.
When we play with Sam, he sets the purple dice and the setback dice from his thing, and we roll against it. So the GM pool somehow does roll into your rolls. I've never played with that part, but
yeah. And I mean, Sam does it all the time.
Anthony too.
Much to do with it. So, but I'm assuming that he just clears every time. I don't know.
Yeah,
it
looks like it. All right, so go ahead. Try again.
What that means Matt could do right now then is that instead of clicking greens and yellows for the beasts, he could click purples and reds so that it just puts it all into the one roll.
Yeah, I could do that. So let's do that. Let's play around with it. So
let's try this. Why don't you make the pool of what you need on your side, and I'll just roll against it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and I gave you that. So okay, give that a go. See what comes up.
All right, that's right.
Oh, okay. That looks.
Yeah, that looks more normal.
Yep. So you succeed. So this is your first medium movement. Okay.
So we get to here. Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to move. All right. So now we don't see them. So does that mean that they can't see us?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just exactly the same roll. Let me actually throw in, because I didn't throw that in apparently. So let me throw in that black. All right, go ahead and re-roll. Well, not re-roll. Roll again.
Roll again, yeah.
Okay. So you make it with a threat. And just as you get to where you are, the droid bleeps and says, threats detected, and you know that they would have heard that bleep. So I don't have any more map. But that droid has now pulled its blaster and seems to be wanting to move up to the north.
Get your buddy. Wait, sorry. Get your buddy. Come on. He's gonna fuck. He's gonna grip this up.
Droid buddy, override.
All right, so It's gone to defense, so that will be your choice again of computers or mechanics, and it will be a hard check to get it to come with.
Okay.
And let's do this. Let's spend a story point, and let's downgrade the ability of your check once.
Ouch.
Ooh, ouch.
Okay.
That's perfect though. That's painful though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to build the
Let's see.
pool.
Yeah,
All right.
so
Hard
So
check.
do you want me to build the oppose? Is
No.
No?
No, because this doesn't necessarily mean an opposed check. It's just hard.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Ew.
So you've got 3 advantages, and it says it bleeps and says
No can do, boss.
override invalid. Threat must be engaged.
Okay, so
Ooh.
With those 3 advantages, though, what do you want to do?
You could force it to drop its ranged weapon.
yeah, but it's gonna get attacked no matter what we do now.
Yeah, but it ain't our stupid droid. Just let it go.
But the droid was hidden in our ship.
What?
The droid was hidden on our ship,
It may,
and it's got information that we need.
it may
least
very well
I
be
said-
why we're here and not where we're supposed to be.
All right. Well,
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Minith takes off running down the path further
Yeah.
and ducks around a tree. Like, she goes 30, 40, I don't know what, like
Medium,
a
yeah.
range band or something.
yeah. I would follow, but definitely take aim on the creatures that I've already seen.
You can't take aim on a creature that is invisible to you at the moment.
Okay, so then if I just stay there, I do have sight on them right now, right?
Do you?
It looks like it to me, man.
Okay. If you can see it.
We're
Yeah,
seeing.
yeah, I can see 3.5 of them.
Okay. Then yes, you can take aim.
Okay, so I'm gonna use those 3 advantages then
Mm-hmm.
to seeing that this is coming up. I'm gonna give an advantage on this initiative roll to Rick Dack.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the other one to heal a point of strain of my own.
Okay. So Minith is off the map, hiding behind a bush.
Yeah. Which is fine.
You guys want to engage?
That's what we're doing, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I
this
wouldn't say I want
is a story point. Like, do you protect the droid? Work with the droid? Do you walk away? It's in your hands, so you can stay. At which point, yes, it is an initiative check.
What is
the guy that has made this droid our friend, or at least him friends, and is tolerating us, has told me that this droid is important So again, I certainly I have taken the aim action.
All right. So in this case, it's not a vigilance check because you're not being surprised.
It's cool.
In this case, it's a cool check for initiative.
I like it because it's way better for me.
Yeah.
All right, and just roll it. All right.
No purples. Yeah.
Cool. But I get a blue, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. So let's
And
do
I'll
that.
let both of you roll, and then I will roll.
Ha, ha, ha,
Okay.
ha.
And they have.
Why do I have a red?
I don't know.
Jeez,
I have
Ray.
3 successes.
Yeah, it's 3 successes.
It's all right. I keep on not clearing everything. There should be a button to clear.
Yeah, there is. It's the one that looks like arrows in a circle.
Okay.
Oh no,
that's the
that's
destiny
pool.
pool. We were on 1 light and 2 dark.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
So that doesn't clear that. Okay. Well, it is what it is, right?
So you see up in the middle where it says dice pool. If you just hit the, it looks like arrows in a circle. That clears the pool.
Okay. Let me just.
Do you have that same thing we do? I don't know what yours.
The one that looks like a loopy?
Yeah, it looks like a loop.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
All right. So they are going first.
No,
No, they're going second because Jeef got 3
advantages.
successes.
No, 3 successes. That red shouldn't be in there.
Okay. And I do have a droid as well. So the droid doesn't
fucking pain in the ass.
So so the droid gets basically nothing. So cool. So what do we got? PC, enemy, PC, droid.
Right. And you're not in this combat, right, Chris?
Right.
Okay.
Not for the moment, anyway.
Not for the moment, until she
has to be.
Decides to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be in combat and shout, "Hey, do this!" giving us blue dice.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, she can make that choice. So let's just go with PC to start us up. Who's going?
Go ahead.
I look at Jeef. This one is not prize. And I definitely would like to take aim at oops, I need to put that one on this dude right here.
Hang on. Let me do this, all right? Which number would you like?
Oh, well, I see it as number 2, right?
Number 2?
Or wait a minute. Are the numbers are below it?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming then that is okay, yeah. So that is number so this one is number what? 3? 1? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna shoot at number 1.
Okay.
And all right, so this thing does things and stuff because this actually might come in real handy here in a second. All right. So I have auto fire.
Well, that'll come into play if you get enough advantages.
Right, if I get enough advantages.
You are at 1 black. Let me put that in. No, you do that. You do that.
All right.
So
1 black and against.
And
not
you
against
are at. You're gonna probably have to get closer too.
Well, I have long range.
Oh, you have long range, so it's 3 purples then, right?
Okay.
So it's 2 purples for medium. Yeah, 3 purples from there. 1 black.
All right. because I would kind of because we get 2 maneuvers, and so that means I can shoot twice, right?
No.
No.
I can. All right, then I will move within medium range.
Okay.
So that would put me what, like here?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna move there. Oh, yeah. Again, it just changes everything. That's so cool. And yeah, I'm gonna
Can
do
you
that. So
still
that's only
see
2
number
then.
1 clearly from there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And here I'll do this. I don't know what you see, but it's 15 feet. I can see it.
Well, I don't see. I know where the lighting is, but I don't see it at all.
Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean, and I'll just do a straight line. As you can see, that is a straight line, straight shot. I don't see any black.
Beautiful.
Um,
All right. So you've got
so,
1 black for defense. You've got 3
and then that's
purple
just
for
2,
range.
right?
And you've got a blue for aim if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to
Yep.
aim. But if you move and aim, it's too strain.
Can I remember how I said I was aiming in on them before? Can I take that from before? Do you mind?
That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it as is, and we're gonna shoot these motherfuckers this time. You stupid GLX. Fire Lance. Here we go.
All right. So what do we got? That's 1 success, 2 success, 2 advantages,
That's
2
wash again.
failures, and yeah, it's wash.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so you shoot, and unfortunately, exactly due to their so what happens is your shot goes off, it flies straight exactly where you aimed it, but the carapace of the creature deflects the blow, and you actually see this happen. The defense of the creature is the thing that made you fail in this case. So the carapace just absorbs that blow, that blast, dealing like not affect, meaning that it doesn't affect the creature at all, and you see that happen. And then it's their turn, right?
Yeah. This is real bad, Chief.
Okay, so they will.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
Now this is.
It's fun playing with y'all.
Sorry.
I said it's fun playing with y'all.
This is just a minion group, right? So it's all good. It looks like a lot, but this is Genesis or Star Wars.
Yeah, but there's 4 of them, which means that's some hell of a lot of dice that's getting upgraded.
Yeah, it is. So we've got 4. We start with 3 and 1. Okay. So my dice pool. 4 of them.
Oh.
And do you have any defense, Corey?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Now it's success and 2 advantages. So I clear.
You're
Okay.
fine.
So they deal 5 damage.
All right.
But I have 3 soak, so.
With their claws.
Yeah. I have 3 soak. So I take 2 wounds, right?
You take 2 wounds. And then with those 2 advantages, they're going to activate their tail stinger.
Okay.
And I need you, please, to roll me a resilience check. Average.
I didn't know there's such thing. All right. Did you clear?
Yes.
All right. I have put my dice in, and resilience average. This is gonna turn out good, I'm sure.
Okay.
Right.
You also take 5 strain.
5?
Yes.
Holy Jesus.
As you feel poison streaming through your veins.
All right.
What you notice and what everyone else will notice.
I'm going to move right back. I just couldn't see the thing.
Yeah, is that they only have 1 barb of poison each. Okay? And the barb has gone into you. It's like a wasp. It's like a bee, except they're not going to die. The barb actually goes into you, and so there's only 3 barbs left.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That was their turn. So PC.
Got it. I'm going to move short.
Kill. Oh, this hurts. Yeah.
Okay.
Stung me.
And I'm going to shoot at them and
Okay.
do everything I can to be helpful.
Yeah. Now,
are they at short range or medium range from me or what?
they are, well, from there, that's short range. And what I'll do to make it easier is it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1's there, 2's there, and goes 3, 4 down.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just shoot at, well, they're a minion group, so I'm just shooting them.
Just shooting at them, yeah.
Okay, so they're engaged with them, so it's going to be 1 red. I'm going to use my quick draw to get that gun out, and here we go.
Cool.
Let's see what I can come up with.
Sorry, a black for defense.
Okay. If this works.
Yes, it does.
All right. That's 7 wounds.
7 wounds.
Well, it's stunned, but
yeah, it's 7 wounds. So, okay. What this looks like. 1 goes down. And another 1 takes some damage with that shot.
Cool. And with that advantage, I'm totally whichever PC goes next. That 1 going down, it's really getting them riled up. Or I know. Can I spend the boost die, or excuse me, can I spend that advantage to be that the 1 that I killed was 1 that still had a barb, so there's only 2 left with barbs?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to take strain to take another maneuver and scoot back.
Okay.
So instead of being in short, I'm in medium range of him now.
Move yourself an additional 1, otherwise I will. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I'm just going to decrease the height of this droid just for representation's sake in this encounter. So it's gonna try and shoot 1, number 4, which is the closest one to it, and it has a blaster pistol, which is 2. So 2 of those. They're engaged. So up on a red. defense, and ooh.
So that's the success. Luckily, there's the success is canceled out, so it doesn't hit. Oh, but this is the robot. Damn it.
So the triumph counts as a success.
Right, but if you look at what the rolls have been putting up there, is that when there's a triumph, it's adding another success on it already. And the despair also counts as a failure.
So, okay, so how I read this dice without looking at these results, right? So there's one success on the dice, there's one advantage on the dice, and there's one triumph on the dice.
Yep.
We've only got one failure there. So the failure cancels just the normal success, but it doesn't cancel the proficiencies, the triumph success.
Right, but the despair cancels the triumph's success. But despair doesn't go away.
Right.
Just the failure of it and the
failure of it does. Okay, sure. So, all right. So the droid doesn't manage to wound one. However, it's got a triumph and a despair. So with a triumph, what do you guys want it to do? You guys can decide, since it's your ally for the moment.
Yeah. You got any ideas, Corey? Okay.
No. Or I'll just
No,
come up
not
with
really.
something.
Okay. I think that with that triumph, what he does is he ends up shooting a branch, like a branch way overhead that comes down and separates them.
From their young, or from us?
No, from us.
From us. All right.
So that they'll have to move around it to get to us.
Okay. So we're getting cover, and yeah. So that's that. With the despair, the droid bleeps and and the bleep says
Dirtiest mouth in the whole game.
Says tampering detected, resetting.
Oh, mother.
It powers down. In not next round, but the round after, it will come back and it will be back to its original settings. And we go to a PC. Does Mineth want to intercede here before we move on to a new round, or as we move on to a new round?
No, she's gonna continue to
hide
and watch from afar. Yep.
Okay, that is your choice. Then Rikdat or Jeef, what do you want to do? Quick.
Rick, you want to take it?
I hear silence.
Is it up on me, guys?
Say that again.
It's up on me.
The droid powered down, realizing that I tampered with it. So I've got in 2 rounds, it's going to power back up and be reset. So PC slot. You can take up one of those things if you want to.
All right. I would like to take another shot.
Oh, go ahead and let me make sure that I'm all cleared. Pressing the button. Clear. Okay, go ahead. So taking a shot. Technically, we're going to call it. I'm going to move you because the branch came down, but you managed to move because it was a triumph. I'm going to move you to there. So you've got 1 purple for being short range. You've got a black for defense, and you've got a black for the cover, the branch that is dividing it. Well, it's between us and them, which is making it difficult to shoot through. So 2 blacks, 1 purple. Go.
Right. Can you set that up for me? Do you mind?
Sure, I can.
I'm a little confused.
There you go. All
right, let's do it. Get back to combat. And let's hope that I can shoot something with this really expensive weapon that I have.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. There's threats.
And 2, 1. Yes, there is. So I have to. You've got an extra 2 successes there, and 1 less threat because you had some purples loaded on your end.
Okay.
So you've done 3 extra. So you've done 3 damage on top of what? What's your gun damage? 7. So 10 in total. So 10.
Do it.
We've got soak 1. So that is 1's gone. 2 have gone. So there is 1 left.
Attaboy.
So get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. And with those threats, you drop your gun.
I drop my gun. Okay. I drop my gun.
And it is them. And what they do is, well, it begins to retreat. It moves back there and protectively sort of stands in front of its young, but it is no longer trying to attack us. We stay in initiative because Jeef knows that that robot is about to come online in its original state. So Jeef.
I'm gonna move up to it. Is it short or medium from me? Medium?
It is medium.
Cool. I'm going to take the strained in to do it. And I didn't mark that. And I will use my action to start trying to again get it to recognize us as friendlies. Because as long as it recognizes us as friendlies, it'll keep all the information that was the original directive. And I'm gonna say loud enough for the 2 around me to hear, "Quick, hold the can still so that thing doesn't pop back up." And I'm gonna start working on it.
All right. So it has shut itself down. It knows that there was tampering. It's gone into full defense. So I'm going to spend a story here and upgrade the difficulty of this.
Okay.
Meaning that it will be 2 purple and a red. And yeah, go ahead and try. Let me make sure that I'm all cleared. Yes, I am cleared.
All right.
So it's all on you.
Go,
Here
G.
it goes.
Wow.
Look at that. Nice.
Oh, this is all I'm good for. Like, this is really what I'm doing.
So you tell us what's going on here.
The restraining bolt, does that wipe it or does it just stop it?
I have no idea.
Let's see. The simplest setting shuts the droid down, but the restraining bolt can also force droids to perform any actions they are commanded to do by the person holding the restraining bolt controller. Standard restraining bolts are produced by the billions by companies. Most droids cannot resist restraining bolts when one is attached to them. A PC, however, could. So
Right. So basically it's saying you can make it act as you want it to, sort of thing.
So yeah, I'm gonna slap that restraining bolt on it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, this thing is my pet for the moment.
It is your bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't use it earlier. I really thought the restraining bolt wiped it. So
that's okay. This is, it's a good story.
Right.
Like you thought that you had it on, like, and then it decided to reset itself afterwards. So it's not something that you expected. I think it makes perfect sense. It's a good story. So I think this is good. All right. So
actually,
yep.
I've got that triumph as well.
Okay. I thought that.
Oh, yeah, you want to just encompass all that, dude? Because it's like
I thought that the triumph was being used to actually apply the device.
Is that not what the success is for?
Well, the success would have been to, I mean, you could say that your check was to apply the device. Originally, you said you wanted to make it see us as friends again. So I'm okay for whichever.
No, you're right. Let's use that triumph to do that then.
Okay.
And I'm going to use those 2 advantages at this point to heal strain. Like,
absolutely.
Like, fall flat on my butt, legs straight out, just like, we're good.
Yeah, and
we're good.
obviously you guys can see that the restraining bolt is there, and that and he's told you that will stop it from acting against us, and it will start back up and bleep and look at Chief and say, at your command.
Good, Robo Buddy. Let's go.
And that is the end of that encounter.
all right,
and
so
you can roll cool or discipline to heal strain.
all right.
Except for Chris, because Myneth was just not in that encounter. Apologies, Chris.
She's quaking.
So Chief got nothing, or got advantages.
All right, so it's either what or what again? I'm sorry.
Discipline or cool.
Discipline or cool. Yeah, cool is way better.
Okay, you heal 1 strain.
Oh, great. I'm only up to 9.
That barb hurt, man. That was...
Yeah, a lot.
yeah, these things are obviously obviously dangerous when they can stick those things in you. So with those advantages, Jeef, being that you were using computers just before, I will allow you to spend those advantages getting some information off this droid. What do you want to learn from it with those advantages? You can know one of its motivations, or you can ask it a single important question that it will tell you with those advantages.
I want to know a motivation on it then.
Okay, which one?
Let's say I want to know its desire. What's its primary programming?
Yeah, its primary programming is to deliver a message to Imperial forces on Danton 6, which is where we are, that that it has learnt about a gateway that is allowing people, or could allow people, to travel undetected through the galaxy.
Okay. Real quick then, with Danton 6, like hearing that, I start talking about Danton 6 with the rest of the group. I think I might know something about what Danton 6 is. Is this Outer Rim?
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like to make an Outer Rim roll then.
Joined me, or?
I'm still with the robot. So if you're still back there.
You're close by, Mineth, so you can see that you're out of danger.
The robot doesn't whisper.
I'd like to help with that because...
Okay. So you can give a boost.
Well, actually, what's your intellect?
Oh, my intellect is 3.
Cool, you're better than me. You got ranks in it?
Yes, I do.
I've only got 1.
I have 3 ranks in it.
You roll it. I'll give you a boost.
Okay. So I just do a boost and anything else?
So we're rolling to find out about Danton 6.
Yeah.
It's an average, so 2 purples. Let me make sure I'm all cleared. I am.
Alrighty. So I am going to...
Because you have a data pad that is there. So, oh!
Well, and I have a data pad besides. I have my own. Oh!
So, no.
What are the odds?
No, wait. Look at that roll again. You don't have 5 in that.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You have a 5 intellect?
I have 5. I have 3
ranks.
3 ranks?
5 ranks in that.
Oh.
I have 3 yellow and 2 green.
So you have 5 ranks.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't make a 5 at starting.
But she spent XP. So you couldn't have gotten 5 ranks because you started with 2.
So what am I reading wrong?
You could get a 3rd rank for 15 XP.
Let's see.
Right.
And she... Yeah, what's wrong here?
So let me make sure that I'm cleared. Yeah, I'm definitely cleared.
Well, I mean, what did I do wrong? That's
So
what I have on my sheet, is that I have 5 ranks and I have 3 yellow and 2 green. Yeah, so I don't know what I obviously must have made a mistake somewhere.
So do you have a 5 in intellect if you look up near the top?
Yeah,
no,
she's got 3.
In intellect.
So the highest
I must have done something wrong there.
Yeah, the highest you could have would be 3 ranks, which would mean
3 yellows.
no greens and 3 yellows. But it depends whether you think you have 3 ranks in Outer Rim knowledge or whether you have less. Let's give you a benefit of a doubt for now. Because
I don't know what I must have done something
let's give
wrong.
you... So we won't re-roll. We will just ignore the 2 advantages from the green die.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
We will still have a failure.
I might have gotten...
So in this case, we'll resolve the rest after game. Yeah. For now, you haven't been able to find information about Danton 6 on your data pad, and all you know is what little the scouts kind of told you, and that was that there are definitely Imperials here.
Can I? Okay, cool. Minith, I want my hand scanner back, please, because you've still got it on you, right?
Your what?
My hand scanner that I lent you when we were tracking the droid.
Oh, okay, yes.
Cool. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to scan the droid to see if it's currently giving off a signal.
Okay.
Like a come retrieve me signal or something.
All right. It is not giving off a signal.
Perfect.
Its desire was to deliver a message. It hasn't arrived yet.
Right, but I'm concerned that now that it's on Danton 6, it's giving off a beacon like, come pick me up. Come pick me up.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
So, all right. So, what that little bucket of bolts just said was it wants to...
Well, Jeef only knows this. Are you telling everyone this desire, Jeef?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I assumed.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
So Jeef has told the group that...
So go ahead and RP that. Why don't you do that, Jim? Hey, Jim.
Yeah?
Why don't you RP that?
Okay. So, got some good news and some bad news. Good news? Tonk, tonk, tonk. This droid's going to do everything I tell it to do as long as this little thing right here stays on it. Bad news.
Okay.
So, turns out, it's an Imperial droid, and it's the reason that we got pulled out of where we were, and until I put this little thing on it, this little buddy here, tunk, 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 was looking for the Imperials to tell them about the gates.
He's and Rick looks at Minith, and then looks at Jeef, and then looks back at Minith. He's giggling again.
You can reprogram this droid, right?
Yeah, if I've got the time, I think I can do something to it. At least, if anything, I can wipe its memory. If that's what it comes down to, I can give it a hard wipe.
We're gonna have to do something so it doesn't bring the Imperials on us.
Well, right now it's not giving off a signal. The only people who know it's here are the 3 of us and the 2 folks we met back there.
How recently do you think it did?
Well, it was on the transport that we were on, and it's the reason that we went through this wrong gate.
They at least know that it landed here.
Correct.
You don't believe so.
All right, and just a knowledge thing here, real quick, Matt. Imperial Rebel, that is just general knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Even to somebody that is so disconnected from
Oh yeah,
normal
like
society.
you know that they exist. You don't know exactly what they stand for, but you know that the Imperials are making it stupid hard to live because of all of their crackdowns, and you know that the rebels are just against them and trying to unite common people to stand up for themselves, but they're not really succeeding. Beyond that, you might not, as a character, might not know much more than that, but certainly you know of them. Yes.
Okay, cool, totally cool. All right, so why do we want to keep this thing if it wants to? This little bucket of bolts just sabotaged us, man.
Right. It totally did. But think of how much we could make with this information. Think of what we could do. I mean, seriously, at this point, the rebels could take this information. They could do something with it. They may give us credits for it. I mean, credits are always good, right? And if we're lucky, I can have a droid out of all this, right? Once we get the information off of it, I could wipe it. I get a buddy to keep with me. We have a buddy.
Well, one of the things as well that you know is that this is not standard issue, this droid.
Yeah.
That you know, the way that it sort of disconnected itself from its body and then turned into this fighter, like that's not something that you're expecting, and certainly it's not standard issue.
All right. So
sure was handy in that fight. Too bad it took it out of me, and I'm holding my wounds, and you see I've got some cloth in my hand that has little porgs printed on it.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe my pajamas or something that I've torn up to.
With
gross.
Looking at the two of you, like as hurt as the two of you are, I let out a big sigh and turn my bag around in front of me off of one shoulder, and I pull out 2 stim packs and I hold on to them, looking at them, going, "These are my only 2, so I'll hand one to Big Rick."
And hey, hold on to it, buddy. I might need it more than I need it right now. Thing took a bite out of me, but
and G holding onto it goes, then looking at Mina, "I'm only gonna give it to you if you're more helpful. Because anything you could have done would have been more helpful than hiding."
Maybe somebody should hand me a weapon? Show me how to use it?
I have this stun gun.
I'm willing to learn.
You don't have a weapon?
I don't think right now is the best time for this. There may be more of those things coming, because usually things that attack in packs like that, they go get their pack mates and come back. So this is all great, but why don't we make our way towards that village they was talking about and bring your new bucket of bolts here and
you have a good point, Rick. Let's go then.
I'm just saying, because
you're taking more time making your point. Let's go.
And I'll give a big huff and hand the stim pack out to you, Mina, and just
maybe you should hang on to that. Maybe they can heal me. Maybe they can help me at the. I think I can manage a little longer.
These aren't that expensive. Okay.
I need a drink.
I'll buy you one of those drinks. You've earned it.
All right, so you guys can safely make it to the outside of the cave, and we will end the session as you're entering the cave of the Eloms. So thank you, all three of you, for playing. I hope you have enjoyed this session. We'll have a bit of a debrief. We'll check on that skill of yours, Chris. We will give some XP, and we will be back in 2 weeks' time with the next installment. So thanks anyone that's watched, and we will catch you next time.
Cool.
Bye, guys.
See ya.